Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I am going to try and cover a puzzle that has been sitting in my queue for quite a long time. This is Intro to Black Holes Part 3 by Heliopolix, and I've covered the Intro to Black Holes series before, and I should have reviewed those. But I didn't. I'm just going to jump in and try and solve this puzzle and see if I can figure out what's going on. So the black holes puzzles, I remember, have cells that count for 0 and cells that count for double, and then there's teleporting going on from white holes to black holes. So let's go through the rules of the puzzle. Is there anything I want to cover? The rules above is a summary. If you want to see the full rules of the puzzle, look in the video description or the puzzle link, which is of course below as well. So go to the puzzle itself, which has all the full rules to the puzzle, because I'm not going to put a full 600 word rule thing above. You couldn't read it. It's just too small. So the full rules description is in the description below or in the puzzle link. The summary above, once you've gone through the rules, will hopefully, and once I've gone through the rules at the start, will hopefully be enough to remind you what's going on. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So we have to place the digits 1 to 9 each into every box, into every row, and to every column without any repeats. So in this puzzle, we need to place black holes, which are nullifiers. We place 9 black holes, 1 in each row, 1 in each column, and 1 in each box. The digits may not repeat on black holes, so each digit is going to be unique to black holes. For the purposes of clues in the grid, black holes have a value of 0. So what that means is, if, for example, this was a black hole, let's use purple for black holes. If this was a black hole, and even if I put a 6 in it, this would count to 0 as 0 towards the diagonal. So that's how that works. White holes, however, are doublers. We need to place 9 white holes, let's call them yellow, in the grid. They have the same rules. So there's 1 in each row, column, and box. Digits may not repeat on white holes. So if I have a white hole 6, then that's the only white hole 6 in the grid. For the purposes of clues in the grid, white holes count as doubles. So if this was a 6, this would count as 12 towards this 34 diagonal. And if I was to try and simplify that, if I was to put a 4 here as a doubler, that would count as 8, and that's a problem, but that's the way it would work. So that's the way it works. White holes and black holes never share the same cell. So it's not possible for me to turn around and say, this is a white hole and a black hole. Right. So, killer cages. Digits in cages cannot repeat. So, and some cannot repeat, though values can. So, for example, it might be possible for me to turn around and say that in here I might have a doubled 3 and a 6. That might be possible. So if this was a white hole and this was a normal 6, that might be possible. Because even though these both have a value of 6, the digits are different. So digits cannot repeat, though values can. Values within a cage sum to the clue in the top left if given. So we know that the sum of that is 5. We know the sum of these is 10. So that's what we know. A killer cage must contain an equal number of black holes and white holes, but that number may be 0. So for example, if we were to determine that this cell here was a white hole, there must be a black hole in the cage. Right. Teleporting little killers. Clues outside the grid with arrows. So this clue, I can't mark them, but the clue here, and the clue here. So the 2, the 34, and the 31. Where are we? Are teleporting little killers. They give the sum of the digits along a diagonally traveling path starting in the cell pointed at by the arrow. This path only ends when it reaches an edge of the grid. When the path enters a black hole cell, it teleports to the white hole cell with the same digit, maintaining the direction of travel of the original path and including the value of both holes in its sum. The path must visit the same number of black holes and white holes, but that number may be 0. So for example, so it goes, actually, let's not do that. So it goes from, enters a black hole. So if this cell here was a black hole 6, I'm having trouble with my controls. If this hole here was a black hole 6 and this cell here was a white hole 6, then the 31 path would go from here to here, wouldn't continue along here, but would potentially do that, because it's teleported from the black hole to the white hole of the same value. This stuff breaks my brain. I'm just going to restart. Okay, then we've got hole sandwiches. Clues outside the grid without arrows, so that's the 42, the 0, the 30, and the 10, give the sum of the digits between black and white holes in the indicated row or column, not including the values of the black and white holes in the sum, because there's only one black hole and one white hole in each row and column. So we know that, for example, in this row, the black hole and the white hole must be adjacent because there's digits summing to... No. Yes, because the digits summing next to them must sum to 0, and I can't use the black or the white hole, so I can't use the black hole, which is the negator, or the nullifier in that sum. They're all the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. There is no way that could be anything other than a 5, can it? Because I can't double to get to 5. I can't halve to get to 5. So this has to be a 5. There's no double, and it has to be not just a normal cell. So this is just space. Similarly, there's no way of doubling to get to 9, because the value of the digits put into that cage must sum to 9. There is no way I can double anything to get to 9, and if I nullify, I'm not there. This must be a 9 and must be a normal digit. Now, there must be a black hole in that, because otherwise the minimum I could put into that cage would be 1 and 3. And if I put, which at 1 and 2, which sums to 3. So there must be a black hole in one of those two cells. Now, I could do a black hole and a white hole and have the black hole and the white. Yeah, this must be, therefore this is a black hole and a white hole, because there must be an equal number of black and white holes in each cage. So all of these are normal space, and this must have a 1 in it, because the white hole is doubled and must go to 2. So one of these cages is a black hole and a white hole. And the white hole will have to be the 5, because I need to put a 5 in one of these 10 cages. So what, when I double, becomes 10? The white hole 5 is in this box. The white hole and the black hole must be next to each other here. Now this too little killer, actually it's this 18 cage. This must be a white hole and a black hole as well, because there's no way I can do 18 in 2 cells without some modification, but each killer cage must have the same number of black holes and white holes. So this is got the 9 white hole and a black hole in it, and these are all normal space. But this cell here, now the little killers teleport from the black hole to the white hole of the same value. So what that means is this can't be the white hole 9, because if this was the white hole 9, this would be an 18, and this 2 clue would already be the 18. This is the black hole 9. No, this is the white hole 9. If this was the white hole 9, it'd be 18, and it'd hit the edge of the grid, and this 2 clue would be an 18. This is the black hole. This is the white hole, therefore that is the 9. And that's the 18 done. I don't know what that is, but wherever it... No, this has to teleport to the white hole 1. This has to teleport to the white hole 1, because when it hits the white hole, it's going to double the value and that's going to count. Now, what I was about to say is if this was... no. I was about to say that has to make this the white hole 1, so it hits the end of the grid and stops. And then I was saying, no, it could be here if this was a black hole and this counted as 0. But if this was the white hole 1, this would be the black hole, so I can't make that a black hole or there'd be 2 black holes. This is the white hole 1. This is the black hole 1. This little killer, I don't know how to mark this, but it runs from this cell to this cell and then hits the end of the grid, and that counts as 2 towards the little killer, and I don't know what this black hole digit is. No, black hole digit. But these and these are all normal space. Okay. Now, there has to be 30 between the white hole and the black hole in this column. That's got to be a problem. This has to be 6, 7, 8, 9 because it has to be an unmodified 30. So this has to be the black hole, because if I make these 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 and 9 is 15, 7, 8 is 15. That's the only way I can get to 30. This is the black hole. I don't know what the black hole digit is. I know it's not 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's not 1. This is 2, 3, 4, or 5. So this is the black hole 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. These are all normal space. These are all normal space. And that's the 30 clue. That's very cool. And that's the black hole 2, 3, 4, or 5, because these are also 2, 3, 4, 5, just by Sudoku. I don't know that that helps me. I'm actually going to remove that. There's no 9 here. There is a 9 in here. Okay. I know that one of these... So where can I put the double 5? I can't put it in either of those because I can't put a white hole here. So the 5 is in one of those, which means the black hole is in one of those 4. So the white hole is in one of those. So the black hole is in one of those. Well, this can't be a white hole and a black hole because then I would have too many. So this is normal space. I can't really prove that that is. And I could do that with a white and a black hole. Black hole here, white hole here would mean these are white and black. And I think that could work. There must be at least one white and black hole in here. But I don't see why... I mean, it's possible that's a problem, but I haven't proved why to myself yet. I mean, I've got to place a... So there's a black hole in one of these two. Yeah, there's a black hole in one of these two. So there must be a white hole somewhere in this cage. But this could be a white and a black hole, couldn't it? And then I could put a white... I could actually put a second white and black hole. No, I couldn't. If this was white and black... Ooh, that's a problem. If this was white and black, where would I put the 2 white and black in here? If I was to put another white and black in here... Right, this can't be the white hole and the black hole. Look at this. If this was white and black... Actually, the way to do... I'm going to mark this is I'm going to roll that back to this. If this was a pair of white and black, if I was to put no white and black in here, if I was to put a white and black any one white and black in the cage, because I've already got parity, I would need to get white and black parity. So I'd have to put 2 here. And now I've got 3 in this row. If I was to put none in here, I'd have to put them down here, and I couldn't put 1 in the cage, because putting 1 in the cage means I have to put another 1 in the cage, and now I've got 3 in this row. So I can't put them here. I can't put the white hole in here. So the white hole in this cage must be here, which means there's a white hole down here and a black hole down here. Well, I've got the black hole, but there's a white hole in one of those. So this is normal space. But it means one of them is in here and one of them is in here. And I know the white hole must be in here. So this isn't the white hole. This is normal space, and this is the white hole. And now there's a white hole in here. Yeah, there's a white hole in one of those 3. So the black hole in the box has to be in one of those 3. So this isn't the black hole. This is normal space, and this is the black hole. That's so cool. That is nifty. That is so cool. Now, if I put a white hole in here, that has to be a black hole. And that would put a black hole in one of those 2. Is it this 3 cage? This is a black hole. This little killer is going to teleport. So this little killer, let's call it blue. When I start on a corner, it goes wrong. Is going to teleport to a white hole of the same value. Well, it can't be a 9. Because if it was a 9, I'd be including those 4 cells. And the maximum I could get to would be that digit plus 0 plus 18 plus that digit. So 18 plus, say, 2 8s. 18 plus... Oh, no, that could work. In fact, 9 is in one of these 2 cells by Sudoku, because there's a 9 down here and a 9 up here. If this is a 9, 8, 0, 18, 8. 18 plus 16 is 34. Oh, that could be a 9. If both of those are 8. But I don't know it's a 9. I have no proof it's a 9. I was trying to prove it couldn't be, and I just proved it could. Okay. Can this be a white and a black hole? Okay. So maybe... Oh, it's sandwich sums. Why did I not look at this? If these were white holes, there's no way I can get to a 42 sum. I completely missed this sandwich sum. Actually, I'm broken. How can I do a sandwich sum of 42? This is broken. Okay, what have I missed? How do I do a sandwich sum of 42? I may have made a mistake here, because how do I get a sandwich sum? Clues outside the grid without arrows give the sum of the digits between the black holes in the indicated row or column, not including the values of the black holes in the sum. Not including. Oh, this is a 2. And the entire column sums to 45. I was thinking normal sandwich. The entire column sums to 45. And this is still true. I'll come back to that. The entire column contains all of the digits from 1 through 9, which sum to 45. But I know the digits that aren't in the sandwich sum to 42. So 45 minus 42 is 43. Oh, sorry, 45 minus 42 is 3. So the whole sums have to leave out digits that sum to 3. I can't put 42 in normal digits in those cells, or even those cells, or even those cells. The only way to do 42 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 have to go into there. This has to be a 2, which has to be the white hole, meaning I can't put, these are normal cells, which means these are normal cells. There's no 5 in there. This is a white and a black hole, and the white hole is the 5. This is a 2 white hole. Now, all of these are normal. This is normal because these are normal because the white and the black hole are seen. So this is normal. There is definitely a black hole in one of those two. This is a 7 sum without 1 or 2. That's 3, 4. So these can't be low digits. These are from 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4 because they're normal. This can't be the 1, 9. 5 is in one of those two. Which means 5 is down here somewhere. But this is a normal 3-cage. So this is a 1, 2, and I know the order, 1 and 2, because of the 2 in the box. Which means, yeah, 1 is in one of those two. So 9 is in one of those two. The black hole here, I don't know. Okay. This is tricksy. Now, does this 31 have to run into a black hole? Maybe not. But it would run into a white hole. But running into a white hole doesn't cause it to teleport. But it must visit the same number of black holes and white holes. So if this was a white hole, there'd have to be a black hole before it. So there must be a black hole on that line. There must be. So there must be a black hole in one of those 4 cells. Oh, this can't be a black hole. I'd have to put a white hole next to it because of that. That is normal space. This is the black hole. Do I know the black hole can't be 5? This is the white hole 5. I don't know that the black hole can't be 5. But that does mean there's a black hole up here. The black hole and the white hole must be together. They could be in those two. They can't be in those two, I don't think. If this was the black hole and the white hole, this would be the black hole, and then I'd have to put the white hole in one of those two. Actually, no, there is a white hole in one of these two now. There must be a white hole in one of those two. So that is a black hole, which means there's a white hole in one of those two. This is not either. But this is a black hole. So this isn't a black hole. This is normal space. And if this was a white hole, those 4 digits would have to sum to 10, and they would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be a white hole, and this can't be a white hole, because I have to have digits summing to 10 between them. This isn't a white hole. This isn't a white hole. So it's either... And if it was here, this would need to sum to 10. This isn't a white hole. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the white hole. That is beautiful. And there's no... These are normal space. So this is only from 6, 7, or 8, because it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. The white hole 5 is here and the white hole 9 is here. That is a 6, a 7, or an 8. There's still a white hole in one of those two. I'm starting to worry about that 7 cage now, but I could still use 162. I can't use 25. I could use 34. But if if it was a white hole and a black hole, well, where's the white hole in this column? It has to be in one of those two. I can't put a white hole in any of those or in any of those. White hole can't go here. Can't put a white hole in a 3 cage. Yeah, there is a white hole in here. So this is a white hole and a black hole. So this is not the black hole, because I've already got the black hole in the row. This is the black hole. This is normal space, which is 1, 6, or 3, 4. It can't be 3, 4. These would all have to be 1, 2. This is 1, 6. So there's no 1 here. This is the 1. These are 2, 3, 4. Now, there is a white hole in one of those two. But I could do those either way and have that work. Here and here has the 0 here, and here has the 0 here. So I need more. But I must have a black hole on this line. If this was a white hole, I don't think that could be a white hole. Because if I went through this, because it teleports from black hole to white hole, if I went into a white hole, it would keep going. I would then hit a black hole, which would then hit a white hole, and I've got a not equal number of black holes and white holes. This can't be a white hole. So this is not a white hole. This is normal space. So this is the white hole. This is not a white hole. This is normal space. And this is the white hole. But on this diagonal, if this was a white hole first, I'd have the same problem. So this is the black hole. These are both white holes, and this is the black hole. And that's the disposition of the black and the white holes. And this line, I'll use orange for it, is hitting this black hole and then teleporting somewhere. What are these 3 digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, this can't... Oh, actually, I don't know what it can't be. This isn't a 9. Ooh, things are getting tricky now. Okay, 2 is up here. Killer. Digits cannot repeat, though values can. So where is the 9 in this box? There must be a 9 in one of these two. So I can't put a 9 in any of those or any of those. 9 is in one of those two. So this isn't the 9. This is the 9. That's the trick I missed, which means this isn't the 9. This is the 9, which means this isn't the 9. This is the 9, which puts 9 down here, but I can't put it on this square because I've already got the 9 black hole. 9 is in one of those two. That's the trick I'd missed. But this is now teleporting from here up to here. Whoops. Every time I start in the corner, that goes wrong. That is now, well, I probably could start in the corner, you know, because the little killer is actually running like that. That's the way the little killer is running. So if I do the same with the orange line, it's doing that and then teleporting somewhere. But this cell is contributing 0. This is contributing 18. So those two cells, 34 minus 18 is 24 minus 8 is 16, need to contribute 16. Those are both 8s. That's a 5. Makes that an 8, which means that's the black hole 8. That's the 7. That's the 8. So this is going to come out of the white hole 7. There's no 8 in any of those, so there's no 2 in any of those. These are 1, 3, 4. So these are 1, 2, 5, 8. And there's no 5 there. This can't be an 8 because I've already got the 8 black hole. This can't be an 8. This is a 2, 5. So that's the 8. And this can't be the 2 white hole. This is the 5. This is the 2. And I now have those narrowed down. This can't be an 8 by Sudoku. So this is a triple. 1, 2, no, it's a quadruple. 3, 4, 6, 7. That probably didn't help me much, did it? Although this one can't be the 6. Oh, 2 and 2. I can't put 2 here because it's a white hole. I can't put 2 here because these have to sum to 30. That's a 2, which puts 2 in one of those two. This isn't a 2, by the way, by Sudoku. Now, what can this be? It can't be 1, 2. It could be 3, 4, 5, 6. It can't be 7, 8, 9. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. I was thinking I could narrow that down further, but I don't think I can, you know. I probably have to look at the 31 little killer. And this is where my brain is going to melt. 3 and 4 both have to be up here. 2 is in one of those two. This is restricted. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 5, 6. It can't be 7, 8, 9. This is only 5 or 6. This is the same. This sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. This is only 5, 6. So this can't be 5, 6. And this is a 3 or a 4. What I need to narrow down is, okay, if this was the 7 white hole, this line would do that and then that, and I would hit too many white holes. This isn't a 7. If this was the 7 white hole, the line would do that and then that. And it would hit another black hole and then come out here and then hit another set of... Oh, no. Is that possible? Because it would go here, 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 come out here, pick up all of those, then teleport to here, here, teleport to this black hole, which would then send it to there, which would pick up an 18. There is no way all of those cells could be that low, is it? Like, there's no way. No, because what I've got here is 3 black holes. Oh, and 3... No, but this is an extra white hole. 1, 2, 3, 4 white holes. This can't be the 7. If this is the 7, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, black hole. I'm doing that. So one of these two is the 7. If I do this, I've got 18 and 14 here. This would be 18, this would be 14. 18 plus 14, 28, 32. I've already broken the total. That can't be the 7. This is the 7. And the line picks up here. Right. And that is your teleporting little killer. So this is 14. So the sum of these digits, which I'll highlight with green, the sum of those digits is 31 minus 14, which is 17. The sum of those digits is 17. I mean, it's worth keeping in mind, but can I do anything with it? Well, hang on. 7 can't be in any of those cells because of the 7, 8, 9. Can't be in any of those and can't be there. That's the 7, which puts 7 in one of those two. This is a 5, 6 pair. Oh, that's a 3, 4 pair. I was looking at the wrong thing. One of those is a 6. Actually, what I could have done, I don't like having this many colours, but it won't let me draw. Oh, maybe it will. No, I wanted a different colour. I wanted green. That is the 2 little killer. Okay. So, in fact, it might be easier if I get rid of the grey. Okay. 5 must be up here and can't be here. 5 is in one of those two. Why is this marked green? Why is this marked green? It's these cells here that need to sum to... what was the total? It's 31 minus 14. 17. Those cells there need to sum to 17. Well, 2 in this column is in one of those two. Yeah, I've got 9 down here. If this is a 9, the others would have to sum to 8. But I can repeat digits on the line, so I'm not sure why that would be tricky. To have gotten this far and feel thwarted. To have gotten this far and feel thwarted. Where... There's something going on with 3s and 4s. Because these are the 3-4 black holes. That's a 3-4 white hole. But they have to pair up. If this was a 3-4 white hole, that would be its black hole. White, black. So these would be the same digit, which would go there. And then these would be the same digit. And then this would be a 6, which would match up with one of those. No, it seems okay. There's possibly something there. Oh, this is a 3-4. That's a 2. There's no 2 there. So this isn't a 2. This is a 2. This is a 6 or a 7. So that's a 6, 7, 8. There must be an 8 in there. There's no 8 down here. So the 8 in this box is in one of those two. The 7 is looking down, making that the 6, which makes that the 7, which makes that the 3. There's no 7 in there. There's no 3 in there. So 1, 4, 6, 9, that's now locked in. The 3 makes that the 4, which makes that the 3. This isn't a 4. This isn't a 3. That's the 5, 6. These are 3, 4, 6. But this 6 is looking down, making that the 4, which makes that the 3, and that the 6. That's cool. This 6 takes 6 out of those two. That's 7, 8, which takes 7 out of those two. Those are 6, 9. These are 1, 5, 7, and 8. So 7 is in one of those two. 1 is in one of those two. If 5 is here, 5 is in one of those two? I don't know. One of... that's not, oh, this 3 makes that the 4 and that the 3, which puts 4 down here. It is probably this, but I want to get more options on it if I can. So... one is now in one of those two, but one has to be in one of those two because I can't put one in any of those cells. So this isn't the one, this is the one. This is now a minimum of 4, 5. So the minimum there is 9. And I'm aiming for 31 minus 14. I'm aiming for 17. The minimum there is 9. If I made this 9, 4, that's 13, and I'm aiming for... I need to note somewhere what I'm aiming for. Sorry, I keep forgetting. 31 minus 14 is 17. I'm aiming for 17. If this was 9, 4, these would have... If these were 9, 4, these, that would be 13, and these would need to sum to 4. And I think I could do that. I couldn't do 2, 2, but I think I could do 1, 3. But this, no, this could go down though. But what I haven't yet proved, that can't be a 9. 2 is up here. Where's 3? No, that's not it. I mean, it might be. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 5? These are 3 and 5. The 5 makes that the 3, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 4 and that the 3. The 4 makes that the 1 and that the 4, which makes that the 9 and that the 6. It makes that the 6 and that the 1. The 7, of course, made that the 8 and that the 7. I've got the middle band. So these 3 digits are 2, 4, 5. There's no 5 there. So these are 1 and 3. Well, the 1 makes that the 3 and that the 1. Which means that's not the 1, this is the 1. This digit is now the 8. And these are 5 and 7. So now the green digits, if I take this off, need to add to 16. Three in this box is now right here because I can't repeat it in the cage. That 3 knocks out that cell. That 3 knocks out that cell. That's a 3. So now 3 isn't in either of those. That's a 3. This is 2, 4, 5, and 6. 2 and 4 comes out of those. So that's a 5, 6 pair. 6 comes out of both of those. 2 and 5 comes out of there. But that's a 5, 6 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 and 9. So that does push this up. And the 8 makes it a 9. So now I've got 10, 14. So I've got 24 on the line already. So these 2 digits here need to sum to 31 minus 24, which is 7. So it's either 2, 5, it can't be 4, 3, so that can't be a 4. So this is a 2, 5 pair. That's a 4, that's a 6, that's a 5, that's a 2, that's a 5. 10, 15, 0 plus 14 is 29 plus 2 is 31. The 2 and the 5 means that's the 4, making that the 2 and that the 5. The 2 comes out of there, making that the 2. This isn't the 4. That's the 4. That's the 7. That's the 6. The 5 looks down, making that the 6. The 9 makes that the 8. The 6 means that's the 5 because I can't repeat digits in black holes, meaning that's the 7 and that's the 5. The 9 looks across, making that the 6 and that the 9. The 5 says that's not the 5. Oh, that's also not the 5. Let's do this correctly. Don't make a mistake now. These are 7 and 8. The 7 looks down, making that the 8 and that the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 6 and 9. The 6 looks down, making that the 9 and that the 6. And these are 4 and 7. And I'll use the 7 to make that the 4 and that the 7. Yes! And I'm solver number 69 in nearly 2 years. 521 days, over a year and a half. That is criminal. Now, I admit, this has been in my queue for months, like about 6 months. I'm part of the crime, but I am now part of solving the crime. Have an amazing puzzle. Solve, my pretties, solve. Yes, that was stunning. As in, I'm stunned I solved that. That was gorgeous. That was absolutely mind-stunningly gorgeous. I have been blessed with so many cool puzzles. Now, I was going to say recently, but this has been in my queue for a really long time, and I've just been scared of it. I need to stop being less scared of puzzles. That was so good. That was so, so good. I hope you like it. As I said, I apologize for the rules presentation, but all of the rules are available. I hope you liked this one as much as I did. This was great. Thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, please comment below. Please like this. Share the love with heliopolix. Yeah, just wonderful stuff. Thank you everyone. And as always, good luck with your space exploration or solving, whichever one you want. Bye everyone.